Why is it that the more we have, the less we feel we possess? You might have a comfortable bed to sleep in, a kitchen full of food, and a steady path ahead of you. Yet, you wake up every morning feeling as though something is missing. You look at the lives of others on your screen, and suddenly, your own life looks small, grey, and empty. We are living in an age where we have become addicted to the idea of more. We want a bigger house, a faster car, and a louder name to feel important. The bitter truth is that if you do not know how to be happy with what you have, you will never be happy with what you want. Many years ago, let me tell you a story about a man named Vedant. Vedant lived in a beautiful stone house in a green valley. He had healthy children, a kind wife, and a successful business that provided him with everything a family could need. However, Vedant was deeply unhappy. Every time he looked at the distant hills, he saw the marble palace of the local ruler. To Vedant, his own comfortable house felt like a tiny hut in comparison. He felt poor because he was measuring his worth by the height of someone else's walls. His mind was always in the future, planning the next trade, the next deal, and the next gold coin. He was so busy chasing the dream of a palace that he forgot to actually live in his own home. This constant hunger for more was like a silent disease in his mind. He was performing a painful experiment on his own happiness, proving that a heart without gratitude is like a bucket with a hole at the bottom. No matter how much gold or success he poured in, he still felt empty and dry. The stress of wanting more made his hair turn grey and his eyes lose their spark. He could not taste the fresh fruit on his table because he was thinking of his next profit. He could not hear the sweet laughter of his children because he was listening to the loud, greedy voice of his own ambition. One day, he decided to cross the Great Salt Desert to find a legendary wise man, hoping to find the secret to true wealth. The desert was a world of shimmering heat and golden sand that stretched forever. Vedant eventually found the wise man sitting under a thin cloth tent. The merchant told the wise man about his desire for a palace and his constant feeling of being poor. The wise man looked at him with eyes that seemed to hold the stillness of the deep ocean. He handed Vedant a single small clay cup filled with cool water. He told Vedant that his challenge was to spend the next 24 hours in the open desert under the burning sun with only that one cup of water to drink. He must not take a single drop until the sun rose the following morning. The first few hours were easy, but as the sun reached its peak, the heat became a physical weight. Vedant's throat became dry and scratchy. His tongue felt thick and heavy like a stone. He looked at the water in the cup, and suddenly it looked more beautiful than all the gold and marble in the world. Every time a drop of sweat fell from his brow, he realized how much life he was losing. By the time the moon rose over the dunes, Vedant was trembling with a thirst he had never known. The palace he wanted seemed like a distant, silly dream. He realized that if someone offered him a mountain of diamonds or that single cup of water, he would choose the water without a second thought. When the sun finally rose, the wise man told him to drink. As the cool water touched his lips, Vedant felt a joy so deep that he wept. The wise man spoke softly, saying that abundance is not about having much, but about needing little. To a thirsty man, one cup of water is a kingdom. To a man who is not grateful, a whole kingdom is never enough. Vedant had a true eureka moment as he sat in the sand. He realized that for years he had been a man standing in an ocean of water while crying for a drop of wine. He went back to his home and saw his stone house for what it really was, a palace of comfort and love. In our modern world of 2026, we are on a constant treadmill of buying things we do not need to impress people we do not even like. We are told by every advertisement and every post that we are always one purchase away from happiness. But consumerism is a trap that keeps us poor in spirit, no matter how much we earn. A practical way to break this cycle in your own life is the habit of financial fasting. For 1 week every month, try to spend zero money on anything that is not absolutely essential. No new clothes, no expensive coffee, and no digital upgrades. This fasting forces your brain to stop looking for the next thing and start noticing what you already own. It teaches you that your happiness does not depend on a store or a screen. When you stop the constant noise of wanting, you finally hear the music of what you already possess. You realize that you are living in the reality that you once prayed for years ago. In the fast-paced life of modern careers and social media, we must learn to get off the treadmill and stand on solid ground. We must understand that a heart full of gratitude is the only true wealth that cannot be stolen or lost. Your life is already a feast if you only choose to sit at the table and enjoy what is served. Do not let your thirst for more make you forget the water that is already in your hand. Enough is not a number you reach. Enough is a peace you find within. Let your gratitude be louder than your desires, and you will find that you are the richest person in the world. May you always find joy in the simple things.